Alright, what's going on, guys? Today I am bringing you another top 5. Today, top 5 worst maps. I don't have footage for any of these maps because I've only been doing YouTube for a few months and these are maps I absolutely despise, so I just don't play them. Make sure you leave your top 5 worst maps in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, please consider leaving a like on the video and subscribing. Let me know what top 5s you want me to do in the future. But without further ado, let's get started. At number 5, I have kind of a hot take with this one, and also before I keep going, I should mention that this is a bit different than my tier list because I went back and looked at my tier list and saw I moved a few things around because I kind of want to do an updated tier list in probably 6 months from now because my opinions have changed a bit. But anyway, number 5, BO1 Shinonuma. BO1 Shinonuma is so boring. I think it is the most boring map in Call of Duty history. There's nothing good about BO1 Shinonuma. World at War Shinonuma is good. You can get to these ridiculous high rounds, the rounds don't drag on forever, obviously, because it's the 24 zombies per round that World at War kind of had rather than Derice, but I don't like BO3 Shinonuma either. That almost made the list, but BO1 Shinonuma just absolutely sucks. There is nothing good about it. It's so boring. Shinonuma is not a bad map. BO1 Shinonuma is just ass. It is so annoying. All you can really do is use the Flogger, because you don't have enough Wunderwaffe ammo to do anything. Unless you want to do Wunderwaffe trade-outs, but yet again, for the high round strategy, you want to leave certain doors closed, which means you can't have the box go there, which means Wunderwaffe trade-outs are not an option. If this was top 5 most boring maps in Call of Duty history, this would be number 1. At number 4, Infection from Advanced Warfare Zombies. Advanced Warfare Zombies is garbage. Infection is the most garbage of the garbage game. At round 30, you're locked in the sewers. That's so... You're locked out of half, maybe a little more than half the map. That's just so stupid. I love how they did the lockdown effect in AW multi on recovery, where if you're playing domination, the last 4 or 5 minutes of the game, you're in an entirely new map. That's cool. It's multiplayer. But in zombies, you need access to everything. And also, don't even get me started on the survivor rounds. I don't want to hear this little bitch, escort me, escort me. Shut up. I don't care. I don't want to do that. Infection is the worst map on the worst Call of Duty Zombies game. It is not the worst map of all time, but it's really hard to shine as such a bad map on such a bad game. AW Zombies, Exo Zombies is just a horrible game in my opinion. I think AW Zombies is properly rated as in its ass. Alright, but moving on from that, before I get mad at that, I gotta be careful with number 1 because I'm gonna get really mad at that map. But number 3, we have Bus Depot. I love survival maps because you can get to a good round and not play for super long, because with non-survival maps, it's okay, the minimum for a good game is 100. And 100 is going to take you, depending on the game, we'll just go 6 to 8 hours. Because obviously BO3 round 100s are a lot shorter. On average, yet again, the maps are kind of different, but BO1, BO2 round 100s definitely take longer. So, that's why I love Town and Nuketown, because I can hop into a survival map and play a 2-hour game and get to 50, and I'm it's pretty good. But Bus Depot, it's holy shit, I hit round 20. That's awesome, because you don't get any perks. You don't even get quick revive. And on BO2's jank-ass engine, its 2-hit system, its shitty melee system, its shitty windmill system. Dude, BO2 windmilling is a huge problem. It is so easy to die on Bus Depot. You can never actually play the map, but then the problem is there's not much to play. Bus Depot is literally a door in a mystery box. And I know you can almost say the same thing about Noct, but for some reason, I think the Thunder Gun on Noct, obviously with World at War, you don't have the Thunder Gun, but for some reason, it still just feels better than Bus Depot. Bus Depot, you just don't have shit. It is a bad survival map, and that's why it's here at number 3. At number 2, this almost tilts me more than number 1. A lot of you who've been around my channel for a while know what number 1 is, but the reason this tilts me is they ruined an insanely awesome idea. Number 2, Black Ops 4, Voyage of Despair. Oh my god. Dude, you guys ruined Zombies on the Titanic. Zombies on the Titanic is such a cool idea. Voyage of Despair is so shit. The layout sucks. I hate that I have to go underwater to activate the little podium things to get Pack-a-Punch. The layout doesn't make sense, dude. If you don't have the shield parts hardcore memorized in your head, Voyage of Despair is the worst, because you just oh, where are the shields? Oh, I don't know, there's a million pieces of debris everywhere. You can't just have a casual gameplay on Voyage of Despair, because the bosses are going to absolutely wreck you. You're not going to know how to do anything. Yes, they could go back and make another Titanic map, but then it's not going to feel right because they've already done it, and that's why I said they ruined their chance at it. Voyage is horrible. It is properly rated as in like near the bottom of the trash can. I think I played Voyage 5 to 10 times, and I was like, I literally can't find a redeeming quality about this map. Every map usually has like a, well, it doesn't have all of these things, it has these annoying things, but it has this one shining thing. Voyage doesn't really. The Krakens aren't like anything extraordinary, and rather than the Krakens, what's different about Voyage rather than its setting? Oh, nothing. So there's just nothing good about the map, honestly, rather than the setting. But yet again, this is a perfect example of a map can have an amazing setting, but the gameplay can fall short. And boys, number one, the worst, absolute worst, bottom of the barrel, shit dumpster fire, horrible map that I have to play whenever I hit 1,000 subscribers because I've said that for a long time that I would do it. We have Die Rise. Oh my god. It is such a shame that this is the only actual like base Treyarch map, because not counting customs, that has the Soliquifier. The Soliquifier is insanely fun. Oh, I wish I could use it, but I just don't want to play this map. Die Rise doesn't have PhD. It has this insanely horrible layout. Like when you're playing Die Rise, the only way you know where you're going is if you're, for some reason, a Die Rise fanboy, which I'm going to question your mental sanity if you are. You don't have PhD, but the whole map's reliant on jumping down elevator shafts. The perks come up and down at random in elevator shafts. The Soliquifier's super fun, but why is the Soliquifier a wonder weapon that you slip and fall and slide around on the map where, like, everything's an open edge that you can fall off of? Like, that just seems kind of like they purposely were like, you know, it'd be funny. We gave them a wonder weapon that makes them fall off heights and make the whole map a height. Oh, we got them good with that one. We just love toying with them. Oh, but it's okay, guys, because guess what? Die Rise has Who's Who. Oh, you mean the perk that if I go down, it's going to spawn me on top of the map, so then I have to jump down with no perks, no weapons, down elevator shafts to revive myself? Oh, that's wonderful. This map is just... I get what they wanted to do. They're like, okay, every Zombies map we have is like horizontal, and there's like 2 lanes or 3 lanes you take. Like Origins is like 2 lanes that converges into 1 lane real quick, that goes into like 2 lanes again, comes back to 1 lane. If you pay attention to Zombies maps and multiplayer maps, they all have like the same kind of formulas. Multiplayer maps have like a 3 lanes idea where there's a left, middle, and right lane that there's all combat going, and zombie maps a lot of times have 2 lanes that converge and then split again, then converge again. When I think about Call of the Dead, it's just literally a middle area that you really don't access much, then 2 lanes that are interconnected, you know, via the zip line. Like Moon, you have 2 ways you can go, but it converges back to power. Then you have 1 lane out that converges, and then you go over to 2 lanes again, the biodome, and then like that outside mule kick area. So then they took this idea and was like, okay, instead of horizontal, we're going to make everything vertical. I see what they wanted to do. It didn't go well. It's not a good idea. And an honorable mention is Farm, and it's a lot like Bus Depot. It's like a really, really shitty survival map. Like if Farm had Pack-a-Punch, I think I would have it like still F. I don't like Farm. Maybe low D tier. But the fact that it doesn't have Pack-a-Punch, like yeah, it has perks, but you don't have Pack-a-Punch, and it's a very tight, hard map that you could really use Pack-a-Punch on. That's why I think Farm deserves an honorable mention, because it's a shitty survival map. It's not as shitty as Bus Depot, because at least you get perks, but like, it's not great. Alright, make sure you leave your top 5 worst maps in the comment section below. If you enjoyed the video, please consider leaving a like on the video and subscribing, and I'll catch you in the next one.